Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Faith, day 14. Hope you guys are doing awesome today as we jump into another devotion on failure. It's been a powerful devotional and a powerful, 2 weeks for the Faith Box community. I know I've received some messages, and Ricky's received some messages, and some of our supports received messages of people that this month is really hitting home with. When we pick the months and we pick the themes throughout the year, we get nervous about some of them because we just don't know how the reaction will be, and we sure don't want to be a discouragement to anyone. But what we're learning is that this month's theme of failure is actually an encouragement, and it's lifting people up, and it's giving people the desire to go after things that maybe in the past have knocked them down. So that's exciting to us, and we're so excited to hear the stories, and we want to continue to hear the stories of times that you failed or thought you have failed, but you continue to thrive and get back up. And that's what today's devotion says. It says, failure is not falling down, but refusing to give up. Failure is not falling down, but refusing to get up. And I think of the many times in my life where I failed, whether it's been in a sport, whether it's been in parenting, whether it's been in my marriage, whether it's been in my business life. But 99.999 times I got back up, and I continued to strive to make it better and to do more. And I look at failure all the time, and I don't know if it's a mindset thing or what it is, but I look at failure all the time as growing. That's what this is. Again, I've said it 100 times. We're not inspired by the easy story. We're inspired by the story of falling down and getting back up, and falling down and getting back up, and falling down and getting back up. And anything that I've ever accomplished awesome in my life, from chasing Rachel for 10 years, which is a completely different story, but it took me 10 years of convincing and failing and falling to let her, to finally get her to say yes to me and marry me. That's a big one. I failed and failed and failed and failed and failed and failed and could have given up, but I kept going. I kept being persistent. Not annoying, I don't think we'd say that, but just didn't let the failure get to me. And it wasn't necessarily me all the time. It was, we lived in different areas. We were traveling. We had different jobs. There was things that just weren't adding up, but it could have felt like failure over and over and over again. But I kept getting up. The athletic world, I was a professional golfer out of college, and I had a lot of failures that came with that, but I kept going and going and going, and got to the point where I had a pretty neat career and some cool things in that world. And I could list 100 of them. Business world, you don't even want to get me started on all my failures in the business world, but it got me to where I am today, and I could not be happier with what I have today and what we've been able to do with Faithbox and Hello Bible and some of the other projects we're working on. But man, had it not been for all these failures, we would not be where we are. And we continue to fail. We have not mastered this. There's a lot of failures, and we throw things against the wall and hope they stick, and sometimes they don't. But it doesn't mean we don't get back up. We keep fighting. We find something new, and we go after it. So do not be discouraged. But if I can encourage you to do anything, look back at something that you really wanted to do, or something you really wanted to go after, and maybe you failed. Did you really? Can you get back up? Is there still an opportunity to go do that? And if there is, I'd encourage you. And maybe that failure led you to something better. But if you think about it, if you lay in bed at night and think, man, I wish I could give that another shot. Give it another shot. Get back up. Go for it. That's where the lessons learned. That's where the good stuff comes out of. Failure is not falling down, but refusing to get back up. So I encourage you guys, whether it's something in the past or something that's going to happen today or next month or next year, get back up, because it'll be worth it. It's all a part of your story. Guys, be blessed. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.